I'll call to order at 5:33. Everyone has a copy of the minutes. I know a couple of people aren't gonna make it here, so I think this is gonna be a pretty quick meeting.
Yeah, I would think so too, because we're at the stage where we need.
We need the bids, we need estimates, I should say.
Yeah. So we
And
have one more week before we're outside of our window to go to the bond council, so.
Well, how many, what?
one more week, we're in December now.
Second week of December, so.
I did get a call from Lisa today, she wasn't unable to make it, and she said that John has the plans, and he was working on them, and that he probably will definitely have something next week.
Should
I
we
have-
try and meet like Monday next week,
You could try that. So,
just so that we're not halfway through the week before we have an answer and it's the deadline
That's
on
true.
council?
that's true. My calendar.
Anything going on Monday here?
Is it Monday the 8th?
Should be. Should be, Historic District Commission.
That'll be the 8th.
Yes,
Nothing on the list.
it's the second Tuesday, second Monday of the month, it's Historic District Commission.
Is it? What time is their meeting?
6.
6.
Could we meet at 5?
All we'd be discussing is just,
Just
pricing.
Pricing, if the things come in, that would be it.
No problem, 5.
Is it okay with me? Is 5 okay with you?
You okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait,
What do we have to do for the bond council? So if we meet Monday,
Right.
we have the quote, what's next?
Well, we
So I'll
only
have a
one quote.
conversation with, well, it's kinda hard, so it's, yeah. I was hoping that was gonna happen today, but,
I was
so we have
too.
to have an agreement, much like you had with Chris Bolt. An agreement to attain his services for bond council, I'm talking to you, Leo. There has to be a written agreement with Steve Whitley, not Steve Whitley,
unless they.
yeah, Steve Whitley,
Same guy you used last year?
yeah.
So we could probably do that.
I thought, I was hoping that was gonna happen today, but Caitlin had to leave early, so. And then obviously the storm messed everything up.
We didn't schedule that storm well.
If I had my say, we wouldn't schedule it at all.
Hey, you and me both. I'll just make sure that everybody knows. And I will get a hold of Elliot and see if, how far he's come along with any numbers. Josh, I'll get a hold of Josh, you wanna get a hold of Josh?
I don't think I have a number for him.
I can,
Okay.
Bonjour, boys and girls.
Hello, Mike.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
How's everybody?
Yeah, good way.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright,
It's gonna be a quick meeting, Mike.
okay, good.
I know that, that doesn't upset you.
No, it's not. No, it's not upset me today.
We were just discussing the estimates, the numbers aren't coming in tonight. John's still working on his, should be for like next week.
Yeah, okay.
We're thinking, maybe if we can meet Monday instead of waiting until Wednesday, if we can get those numbers in.
Okay.
Because we have to set up a meeting with the bond.
Doesn't really have to be a meeting, we just have to have he has to start writing the warrants and doing everything that he has to have to start securing the bond, so.
So let me ask, if we don't have the 3 quotes by Monday, can we still go forward?
I would think so, but I would hope so. I mean, I confirmed with him again at the conference, cause we kind of like tentatively had the conversation and confirmed that that's pretty much the deadline to really kick this thing off and to start filling out all the paperwork, start writing the warrants and that sort of thing was the second week of December, so.
So, let's say a quote comes in next week, we don't have the other two quotes, but then we get quotes a week or two later, it's less. Can he adjust that bond?
That's what I say, can you go to like what you think the dollar amount's gonna be and work backwards from that, you could always request less.
Well, we don't,
Oh,
we just get estimates
Oh.
on like interest and stuff. You don't actually secure the bond
oh, okay,
until
Right.
we have
Oh,
to have
right.
an approval at town meeting.
okay,
Right,
But we have to have
paperwork.
a bond hearing so many days before town meeting and we have to have it posted so many days. So
because the
that's,
clock just backs everything up.
Yeah.
Okay.
so we don't have like to meet that timeline threshold, we don't have a lot of wiggle room, so. So like last year, our bond hearing was, I think it was in January or February. Must have been in February, cause it had to be 30 days before town meeting.
That was in February.
But it was the week before the, budget hearing?
I think so, because they had to approve it at the budget hearing too. We had it on the agenda. Yep,
So, I mean, we may have a week or two
Maybe.
of space, but you essentially just get the estimate. So,
Right,
so who do we anticipate the estimate come in next week?
definitely John,
Which is Lisa's?
yes,
Paco,
yes, I haven't heard from Josh,
battles.
that's Lester's, but I'll get a hold of him. And I haven't heard from Elliot. But I had hoped he would have been here
Everybody
tonight,
got
but
the plan, the
everybody-
new updated
Everybody
plan.
got the plan, I sent the plan to Lisa, to John, to Elliot, the night that we got the updated plans, Tyler sent it to Josh, so everyone got
These are
the
the
plan.
ones, last ones that Lee
The
sent
last
out.
one that Lee
Via
sent
email.
out, correct,
Okay,
those were the last ones, the final updated plans.
okay,
Yeah, cause he was sitting here and he said, I'm sending them right now,
okay.
so, everyone got them. Now, I'm sure that the holiday and of course the storm didn't help, screwing up everyone's,
Just one day.
well, yeah, that's true, they.
2 days.
Can I ask a question?
Sure,
We work Sunday too, so everybody that does winter maintenance works Sunday too, so. And got up early Monday morning and
So, you guys secure whatever the bond amount, or at least you process that. We have to wait for town meeting.
Mhm.
We have 2 or 3, whatever we got for estimates on this project.
Mhm.
We are no way committed to any one of those.
correct, correct,
Correct.
We could still do something different with the amount of money if the town approves the bond.
there has to be warrant articles though. Specific warrant articles. That doesn't,
Specific
a
for-
warrant article doesn't name a contractor,
Correct.
it names a project and a dollar amount.
In other words,
But
it specifies the building.
Those warrant
These
articles have
laws-
to be approved at town meeting
Correct,
before you
no,
can secure the
I know
bond.
I know that, I'm pretty well versed on that, and special warrant articles as well, being what they are. Okay. I don't think we have all our ducks in a row,
I don't
I'm
think,
being real honest with you.
Yeah.
We do not, in my opinion, from my background, from what I see in my own little perspective, we're not there yet. I gotta get it off my shoulders, that's all. But. JT, did you have any conversation with the fire, state fire marshal?
I thought we were all set.
I thought we were all
No,
set too.
That's not how we left that. Because of the determination of 150 people in the police
That's right,
department.
that's right.
Right?
Yes, actually, I did send him an email
Okay,
requesting a meeting. And I haven't heard back yet, and you were gonna contact that guy in Conway,
Yep, Sean Bergeron.
okay,
And I'll tell you what he wrote back. They're working on it. So he's broken it out as, well, he's got the plans, it's all more than likely to be a steel building, but that's not necessarily cast in stone. So what he's putting together is be able to put a budget and a timeline. And he was the president of the code council for the state of New Hampshire, and the woman that works in his office is now the head of the engineering department for the state of New Hampshire. So he's got really deep contacts and knows everybody in the system, he's been doing it for a long time. So his scope of work is review the plans and mark them up with our interpretation of the occupancy groups for the various spaces, confirm number of occupants for each space, and determine based on the information that we determine in the steps above, whether or not the building will need to be sprinkled or protected. And the other one I threw out at him that he doesn't have in this is that could be steel, and again, it may be as drawn, a wood frame structure, if indeed that has any bearing on that. But that doesn't mean that we'll get a budget and a timeline schedule, it doesn't mean we'll have an answer on that. That comes at a cost. And you know what that cost is first, it's not just free advice. They run a business. I don't think it's gonna be expensive, but he said, let me know if this is correct and I'll add any other information that you're gonna need, which I had added. By the way, our review will consider the requirements from IBC 2021 Life Safety Code 2021, NFPA 1 Uniform Fire Code 2021. And once we know with certainty what we're gonna do, we can provide a fee and schedule. So that's where that's at. It's in process. We'll get a fee and a schedule. The schedule is one thing, it's when they can look at it, so we have a clear determination of how that's gonna be, how we can get it interpreted.
So if there's a cost associated with the adding sprinkler system, we won't have that next week.
Oh, no.
No, that one won't have.
I mean,
So for the bond-
Listen, we started this process when?
I know,
When did we get plans? When? Oh, that was a month ago, if that. Alright, rest my case. Stuff takes time. I understand it takes time, but we get a committee and that takes time.
well, there's other towns that took them 2-3 years before they did,
Exactly,
they got a building going,
exactly, and we've never had any public
input.
No,
informative
we haven't had any.
information. And, I keep hearing it at home, well, people should be able to say this and that, they can, but we're dealing without an architect, so we are somewhat handicapped in that process. We're doing the best we can, and I think we're doing actually a good job, but it's taken time because we're working in baby steps, and obviously as price conscientious as we can be. There are still other alternatives out there that I think we should explore as part of this. Whether that can happen so quickly before town meeting to come up with other numbers, i.e. renovate the existing firehouse number 2 for police, fire department, which I had said at the beginning of this whole process. I still think that's cost effective. And also explore, if we only need a place to have voting, which holds, this size right here, we only need to build this size right here with additional bathrooms. Perhaps on this building. If we could get it determined that this doesn't need to be sprinkled. There are other options out there, but we haven't gone down that road.
No, we haven't.
We haven't had really the time, I guess we need more time. We'll see how it all shakes out, but I'm just saying my opinion so I can sleep better at night. That's all, I'm just thinking about this stuff.
No, it is taking,
I'm not saying that we abandon ship, keep moving forward.
no, keep moving forward.
But if we have to put it on the table for next year, a year from now.
Well, we're way ahead.
Well, then we're ahead, right.
So the more information we gather, do we do a separate building, or can we add on to this building? Do we have to sprinkle it as a result of that? I mean, we have a fire rated wall right there,
Yeah,
put a
true.
B-label door on that.
And it'd be moot anyways, cause if you're talking about potentially having to sprinkle a new building anyways, you're paying for that sprinkler cost one way or the other, so it's just a matter of which
Well,
building you're putting it in,
Yeah,
so.
but see, that was because the police department is in there. That's the big thing that we're gonna shake out with what JT was gonna inquire about, right? And what Sean Bergeron would defend us in or hopefully work in that same manner. There's only two people in the office that deal with sprinklers, that's him and this other girl, Kate, who's been there, God, 15 years. She's really well versed and she's an engineer. They got 9 other people in the office, but those are the only 2 that deal with fire protection systems. They both have intimacy within the state as team leaders in code enforcement. So, I mean, again, I back up enough, I would still have to add some bathrooms. But if we eliminated that other capacity, that puts us in favor. And I'm speaking a little bit out there, adding on to this building, this has to come up to code, I don't know what this needs to be code, but that could be a walkthrough with a code guy who we have,
Right.
to let us know what that is. My God, you can put the same structure up, a block brick building, bar joist, and just butt it in and you get a fire rated wall. So if we can stay under the whole thing is staying under the sprinkler thing because we are at detriment due to the fact that we don't have town water, we don't have 3-phase power,
Right.
and we're on a flat lot. Those are the 3 things that Carter tossed out to me, that each flag went up, he said, you guys are doomed. It's gonna cost you.
Well, that feels good.
Well,
We're doing
he
it.
said, yeah, no, it's 3 strikes against you, so you get the worst case scenario.
So what we should have done first is find out what can we do, what can we put up without having put a fire system in.
We
Sprinkler
didn't think
system.
about the sprinkler system.
Well, we've talked about that even
We did
last
talk
year,
about it,
we
yeah.
talked about that, we put on a $35,000 allowance in for sprinkler system, lo and behold, all we really would have needed was an R system for 2 bunks. Which we could have done as part of the plumbing process. But I think we carried a $35,000 allowance. This is big, you're talking a $30,000 gallon cistern, a diesel pump, because we don't have 3-phase. So a whole lot of stuff. So I think we're on the right
Right.
track in that capacity, we know that number that JT fished out
Right.
with the fire marshal, that number of 300.
Right,
And if indeed this is for voting, it's not a capacity that's gonna get us up to 300 overall.
No.
I mean, we cut that building down quite a bit in size.
yeah, we did.
In the very beginning, Chris had made a comment, the people want kind of one building. And that would be ideal. And I would go out on a limb and say that one building is an apparatus building. Renovate what we have and add on to this. So this is still one building. It's just an addition,
In addition,
different way to look at it. Just food for thought. I know it's late in the game and I'm not wanna be a spoiler. But I just feel that,
It is December.
yeah, we do have to look
it's
at all,
December, yeah, so I mean, we're already there,
We're
we're already
ahead,
late in
yeah.
the game,
we are,
doesn't matter.
true. Chris, what do you,
I don't,
okay,
I can't. I don't have the capacity right now.
yeah, okay, we're just gonna leave Chris alone. No, I
I've
think
been
you're
seeing
absolutely
shadow
right.
monsters for like 12 hours now, so,
Chatham,
shadow
oh,
monsters.
Chatham.
Yeah,
Alright, so until next week, if we do get a quote, that still doesn't solve the sprinkler system.
no, it doesn't,
No, I, see, I'll have a conversation with him, and he's already got it in the works, and hopefully I'll chase him down again, or he'll call me,
He'll give you an opinion.
he'll give me an opinion, I'll get an opinion, I think it'll be pretty quick that he'll turn that around.
Okay.
But I think he'll say, yeah, I think it's favorable or not. It's just, we just went through Thanksgiving, they were shut down for a couple, 3 days. Back in business,
Okay.
but I trust what he says. I think he'll do me the favor.
okay. Lawrence, Linda, and I think I already told you, Mike, we're gonna meet next Monday at 5 o'clock. Hopefully we'll have some of these numbers in Monday instead of waiting until Wednesday. Okay, but I'll send an email out or a text or whatever, just so everyone knows. Did everyone look at the minutes? We can,
Yes.
you get that. Do you see any corrections?
Yeah, just, I think the meeting was called at, December sixth, next meeting, December sixth.
Oh, yeah,
That's the only one I saw.
it's not December
Third.
sixth, December third, correct.
I wasn't here, but I think that, this isn't a board. This is a committee. Where it
That's
says,
true.
we also discussed the bathrooms and the board agreed to increase
Right,
the
the
size of the
committee,
ladies' room.
you're right,
Yeah,
okay.
same- The next paragraph, same thing.
Yep, the board discussed in the next paragraph.
Right.
Okay,
Who does the minutes?
Heidi, Stebbins,
Probably muddies the water, the fact that the three of us still sit in our
Yeah.
normal seating arrangement. And she's doing the minutes off in the meeting, so.
Comfortable seats. Yeah, just let her know, it's just. it's a
yeah,
committee.
that it's a committee. Good cat, that's definitely, there's another one. The board,
That's the eighth, Monday's the eighth?
Yes,
Thank you.
And the last paragraph too.
yeah, so there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 board changes. Right, first
No,
paragraph,
another one, last sentence.
the last yeah. There's 2 in the, second paragraph, 1 in the last paragraph. And 1 in the first paragraph.
correct.
So you got 4.
Can I ask another question?
Of course,
Once, if something passes at town meeting and we have a bond, or whatever amount of money, are we limited in the amount of time that we have to execute that bond in
2
its
years.
entirety, or can we use partial and phase the work?
So we have to start spending money in 2 years. We have 5 years to spend the money.
Okay,
And because of the type of bond it is, then there's like the IRS, there's 2 different types of bonds. This is the type of bond we wouldn't necessarily have to report it as like an income, or so it's not like a taxable thing. It's something they go on, it's a municipality where we would have to, but, I sat in on the bond training last year and this year, and, I still don't understand why the IRS has to get involved with a loan, but,
wow,
because you can take the money and earn money, so they dictate how much you can earn.
wow,
So, cause you have 5 years to spend it, you have to start spending it in 2, but you could just write one single check to say like Bergeron's or something for $2,000, and you got a $5 million bond while you started spending it. Well, then you take the $4.5 million and you invest it and you start making money, well, they don't really like that, so,
really?
yeah.
I wonder why.
So there's amount of that.
It's okay, there's less IRS people nowadays, so.
Yeah, they don't want you to, yeah, they don't want you to take the $4.5 million and invest it in a high yield,
AI stock?
and then turn that into 9, and then you're building a much larger building, or sitting on a cash
All we can
cow.
do is say thank you.
So,
Well, the reason I say that is so that gives us a greater window to be able to finagle that. It's a matter of finding that magic amount of money that says we can do this. But in the interim, once that may happen, it may not happen in that type of sequence, and it may be something different, but then we could phase it out, and it certainly could be, a little more attentive to cost and how it's executed. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees,
that's what I was talking about with the warrant articles. I wasn't talking about like the DRA side of the warrant articles. The bond council, that's actually a requirement, is the town has to vote on a specific warrant article for a specific projects. So regardless if we had 5 years or not, 2 years to start spending and 5 years to spend it, we couldn't change from whatever we couldn't come back next year and rewrite 2 new warrant articles.
Right.
Because that bond, that loan is contingent on the warrant articles. And again, Steve said the same thing he did like last time, you're talking two different warrant articles, it's not one big project, two buildings, it's two separate warrant articles.
Right. So they're gonna be written in such a way that allows for some flexibility, possibly. I know, you know, how things are written, cause I hear that from the trustee of trust funds and at home, so. How it was written, how the wording was.
Yeah, so that would mean
Correct.
somewhere between now and when those warrant articles got written and we started posting of the public hearing, we would wanna meet with bond counsel so he had an idea, he or she, cause we haven't secured Steve, he or she, could get that proper wording of those warrant articles. So instead of, let's just say for conversation purposes, he was writing a warrant article that stated, you know, for the building here, you would want the flexibility in the verbiage that didn't say a freestanding building.
Right.
You'd want it in addition or a freestanding
Right,
building,
right.
a separate
Does it
building.
have to be that specific, or can it just be more?
It has to be very
Okay,
specific.
Right,
It does, it has to be very specific. And for two parts, the bond council wants it very specific and so does DRA. So, and DRA doesn't, wording, it comes down to wording when it's a money thing. They don't get involved if it's a warrant article for procedural changes, but when it comes down to a money thing,
gotcha.
it's gotta be very, very specific.
Like all our warrant articles, they, prior to town
Town
meeting,
meeting, they get
they review everything.
vetted by, yeah.
To make sure the verbiage is correct.
Linda has a question?
Yeah, I do have a question. You say we may not use this like for 2 years. My question is, you may not be here. You know, you may not be.
You're committed, though.
selectman. But, yeah, but can I just,
Sorry.
so, what you guys have done, let's say before you leave, if there is a new board in place, do they have to follow through on everything that you planned?
Yes, because
Was voted on, yeah.
it's gonna get voted on. The warrant articles are written as such.
Just wanna make sure.
Yeah, and actually, to your point, where if you do write warrant articles that got loose enough wording that does open the window for variation of the
Yeah.
construction type, I do see your point and your question that could be completely changed. And they could put a new building and this whole office moves in there and then this becomes the new space, if you will. So, yeah, I mean, it's,
Good point.
but once I mean, again, for argument's sake, I'm the one that's up in March. If I don't get elected or if I don't run, they're here for another 2 years. So
I'm
that's,
happy to, yeah.
But we never know, Chris, you know, so I just
oh, yeah,
would like to get
Yeah.
it out there, see what. Thank you.
No, it's a very good point. Cause you never know what's gonna happen. All right, getting back to the minutes, can I get a motion to accept them as corrected?
Sure. Move to accept.
Okay, a second?
I'll second.
can Heidi see and knows that was Chris that,
I'm
Make a
writing
motion.
down
Oh,
Chris,
okay.
I send her a list with the
A
notes.
cheat list.
Yes, because it's hard to see. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. So that takes care of the minutes. And we're gonna meet Monday at 5. Is there any other discussion that we can talk about before Monday? I'm gonna get in touch with the parties to be.
I think you guys came in and they're, because of the timeline with bond counsel, he gave us like not an ultimatum, but like the second week of December. It's kinda like our threshold for our latest to start having a conversation about writing the warrant articles and to meet all the deadlines, so. Just before you guys walked in, I don't think we set Monday before you guys walked in.
No. It's at 5 and not 5:30.
5, right, because
Historical.
the
District.
historical district
Okay.
meets at,
6.
6. And I do think these are the updated plans, maybe we should put them up, take down these old ones and put those up. People are looking at them when they come in here. Just by hand.
What about a public hearing? Are
We do have to have, well, it's kind of hard to
There's
have
no
that
aisle?
now until we have some options, right? I mean, this is the definite.
Oh, we have to have the warrant articles written and everything else. And we have to have an estimate of what the
Of what
interest is gonna
the,
be.
right, and the,
That's, it's like 30 days, I don't know, I can't remember exactly, but
You have
there's a
to-
timeline before town meeting, and then we have to have a public hearing, a bond hearing.
Or are you talking just public information sessions too, cause we talked about doing that
I
as
thought we
well.
had talked about, having a public hearing for people to come in and ask questions or.
Well, I mean, we
We
have,
could, but I mean,
well, no, I mean, we have, and I mean,
Anytime.
we've made that attempt every single
Right.
week. We post this meeting just like it's a public hearing for the public to come and ask questions.
over by Mike, Leo. I see some
What
tape.
kind of light information?
Tape.
so.
Tape, Scott's tape right here, Will.
maybe if we called it a public hearing, this is your last chance.
Hold that up.
I still think we gotta have all these ducks in a row that
Yeah,
are,
before, because people are gonna start asking questions, then we'll be sitting
we're
here
have
going,
answers, yeah.
I don't know, I don't know.
Sure. We don't have answers.
Especially with that, yes. I mean, you'd wanna have definite information. Correct?
Yeah.
I do see a lot of people come, when they come in here, they're looking at the board. So perhaps if they see another plan.
Okay, so,
So that, yeah, that'd go.
like that, right?
So-
God, I hope not.
Why not?
I
Door's
thought
there.
that conversation was supposed to get had about that location of that door. It pushes the whole entire building. If we try to line it up with this door, it's too close to the setbacks. Remember I sent you
Yes.
an email?
Well, everybody had a chance to weigh in on that,
We did.
and that's gone by 2 weeks.
Yeah, I sent that to,
Yeah,
cause I knew I was gonna be absent last week. So,
You're right, that door is
That's-
on this
it's on the wrong,
gable end.
right.
yeah, well, as soon as I saw that 3 weeks ago, I brought that to her.
You brought that to, at the meeting too, cause
So
we
where's it supposed
discussed
to be in the
that.
middle?
Well, it didn't necessarily have to be in the middle, but in order to meet because of the size of the building, if you wanted to line the doors up, that pushes the building too close to the setbacks.
Okay, so,
We only had about 10 feet of wiggle room.
but a door shouldn't be a big deal to change out.
Oh, no, yeah, no, you mean you can just draw it in pen and put it
Right,
there.
and put it in.
But it does need to change on the plan.
Right. So the
You're absolutely
building,
correct.
60 feet, so you're.
It would
Well,
be
you're
right
wicked.
opposite those bathrooms.
9 feet. Yeah, so it's almost in the middle then.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah,
get.
Like I said, we
it
got
has to
like
be
10
over
feet,
about
so-
half of that distance.
Yep.
What's left. Concrete's not showing up for another couple weeks, so.
We're good.
Yeah,
We can put the door drop in.
That's good.
There it goes.
I don't think it would, it cost us extra for blankets insulated
you.
with this cold weather we got coming.
Got a pen?
he has a blue pen.
Oh boy, didn't I hate doing that.
I had a project in South Wolfboro about 7 years ago that we started pouring concrete and it dropped like a rock right after Christmas for the whole month of January.
Wow,
It was below zero. Ground heater, blankets, and a difficult, extremely difficult foundation. Steps and angles. elevation changes and bolts all over the place. Very complicated,
Wow,
You know, when like,
a long month.
soil just first starts to get frost in it, then you get like the crystals in it when you step on it. So we did when I did concrete work, we did a Motel 6, which is actually last I knew it was next to the Saturn dealership, I can't even remember what it is now, on Gosling Road
Oh,
in Portsmouth. And, we poured the big pad for the elevator shaft, and we pulled the forms off, that's what the concrete looked like.
Oops.
And the GC's like, quick backfill that, and I'm like, remind me not to stay in this hotel.
oh, wow, don't go to that hotel.
It'll thaw it out and compact a little.
Does anyone have anything else to discuss, anything to say, any questions, comments? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
A
I
second.
think we got some time,
Alright, so we are adjourning at
quite a bit, right?
6:08. We're staying here, right?
You got a meeting?
Yeah.
You guys seem to be meeting an awful lot.
Well, we had a work session, that's what it was.